Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody. Guys, let's take a look again on the euro currency. Euro right now is very difficult currency for analysis because as you can see in the last 2-3 weeks market really shows a kind of the chaotic action. It's really wide swings on the intraday charts in opposite direction. And mostly this indicates that investor stands indecision. We have some indirect signs that could point on the possible direction, but particular on the euro, in the euro per se, we do not have clear patterns, some direction, some logic in the price action. It's very difficult to make the forecast what really could happen because no clear patterns have been formed in the last 2 weeks as well. So what indirect signs we have? So, first of all, if you remember, we have talked previously on this possible A, B, C top pattern. COP target stands at 122. It's very close to the market. But at the same time, we see real stubborn on the euro to complete this pattern. So it seems what's the problem? There's no significant FIB supports here. Just shows the minor spike to complete the COP. But this hasn't happened. Market stands rather stubbornly, and although it feels really heavy to continue move higher, it keeps major bullish support levels valid and really clear. So if you remember, here is the major 618 supports, got equal to buy has been formed here. We have talked at the beginning of the week, and market still keeps it. So although it can't move higher, but still the backline, the foundation of the possible upward continuation stands rather strong. Besides, among other assets, so if you take a look at the Canadian dollar, the Japanese yen, even on the Great British pound, I'm even not taking into consideration the commodities, so you probably saw the rally on the gold market yesterday, crude oil. All these assets show real significant upward rally. But on the euro currency, we do not see this response, so it mostly stands flat. Meantime, on the weekly chart on the euro currency, market stands rather stable, now without any downside action, although trend has turned bearish. If market will spend 2-3 weeks in this place, it probably could let us talk about the bullish dynamic pressure. So, although we do not see some clear patterns that could point on upward breakout or something of that sort, in general, it seems that some advantage still stands in favor on the side of the bulls. Even triangle consolidation that we have here is forming here, guys, on the daily chart. Take a look. It has formed after significant upward rally, and long-term bullish impulse upside momentum stands again in favor of the bulls. The same we could say about the recent grabber. So if you remember, we have talked about this grabber and we call it as some warning sign. We thought that maybe it will trigger precisely the action to the COP target, is the 122 area, but this hasn't happened. All these moments point that some real support exists on the euro currency right now. Some purchases are coming, but they can't move euro from the dead point yet. Recent CFTC report, guys, is also looks positive for the euro currency. That's why it seems that probably upward breakout really could happen. But it doesn't resolve our problem how to act, where to take the position, what to do in the current circumstances. Well, the most obvious answer on the situation probably will be wait for the breakout, guys. As soon as you will see kind of the impulse move with the upward action here, then try to take the position on some retracement. That is most safe way to take the position. This is kind of the action that and kind of the trading plan that we have used on this week on the gold market. On the gold market was approximately the same situation as the euro currency, but this breakout already has happened, and it was triggered by the big turmoil around the tariffs from the United States. But what to do if you would like to take the position while market stands inside of this consolidation? Well, in this case, when you take a look at the lower time frame, so on the 4-hour time frame chart, as I said, market keeps valid all major bullish signs. So first of all, it's Carlos Triple to buy patient. So also this agreement around 2265 is also valid. But take a look that in the current mess, and this really opposite swings, it's rather wide, it's very difficult to find the logic. It's very difficult to catch the direction right now. The only conclusion that we could do is that right now euro currency shows deep retracements. So any action shows any swing is a deep retracement to the previous one. So here is drop 618, also it's around 618, it's very deep, again, significant retracement. This minor retracement is also rather deep. That's why you could keep an eye on the most recent action and wait for some deep retracement here. My suggestion is that if you'll take a look at the hourly chart, here we have the Gartley's triple to sell that we have discussed on Friday as well. Yes, market has moved slightly higher, but that's definitely not the new trend. As I said, it looks like mostly there's a retracement. This is a kind of the thrusting action indeed. So that's kind of the acceleration. But here is very choppy action with a lot of overlapping candles, long shadows. It's definitely retracement, guys. That's why, following the logic of the deep retracement, here we could keep an eye on this ABCD pattern. So first point that you could keep an eye on is 123.10. This will be the area of the support line and minor COP target. This is the first level where market potentially could change the direction. Second level stands at 2270. This is kind of completion of the AB equals CD pattern. In this case, guys, if market will drop to the 122.70, this will be Gartner's triple to buy large pattern. So this will be first wing of this pattern. That will be second wing of the pattern. And also it will keep harmony with this previous bottom. So here you could recognize a kind of the maybe deep head and shoulders pattern could be formed, something of that sort. That's the only science, only conclusion that I could make based on the situation that I see on the intraday charts. As I said, it's very difficult to find some real logic in all this mess that you see on the intraday chart. So no clear patterns, no signs of it's very difficult to find what's really will come next, will happen next. That's why that's only two ways that you could use here. The first is wait for a real breakout. Second is trying to use the feature of the market right now. A feature is deep retracements. And if some advantage stands in favor of 2270, of course, because here you will get some additional moments. First of all, it will be Gartley's triple to buy. Second, it's kind of the harmony, and maybe indeed kind of the hand shoulders will be formed. That will be more reliable level, but it will depend on the speed of the dropping. So if it will be a kind of gradual action, maybe indeed market will stop here and start to move up. But if it will be just fast collapse, kind of this action, it's definitely better to wait for this deeper level to watch for. Unfortunately, guys, that's all that I could say right now. So although we have some indirect signs that probably should support the euro currency, COT, commitment of traders report, action on another dollar-related assets and currencies, all this point on the weakness on the United States dollar because it's rally across the board. Crude oil, gold market, Japanese yen, and others. But still, euro currency doesn't respond to that, doesn't support yet this area. So that's why it's only two ways to act, as I said.